You can crop a point cloud much the same as you can clip an external reference, image file, or other type of attached file. You can use rectangular, polygonal, or circular areas to crop or filter out areas of the point cloud that you do not need to see. The cropped portions are not removed. They are simply hidden and can be turned on and off as you work. You can also invert the cropped area so that the portion of the point cloud inside the cropped area is hidden. To crop a point cloud, select the point cloud. As soon as you do, the ribbon changes to the point cloud contextual ribbon. The tools for cropping the point cloud are in the cropping panel. However, they are currently unavailable. That is because the drawing is currently displayed as a perspective view. You can only crop point clouds when working in a parallel projection. In the display panel, click the Perspective tool to switch to a parallel projection. As soon as you do, the cropping tools become available. Cropping boundaries are always applied normal to the screen. So the first thing you will need to do is to reorient the model to an appropriate viewpoint. For example, suppose you wanted to use this point cloud as the basis for creating a floor plan. You therefore really only need to see the lower portion of the point cloud. Click the right side of the view cube to reorient the model to an elevation view. Then, on the point cloud contextual ribbon, in the cropping panel, expand the Crop Split button. There are three crop boundary shapes: rectangular, polygonal, and circular. Whichever one you choose floats to the top of the split button. Click Rectangular. The program prompts you to specify the first corner point, or you could use one of the options to change the shape of the crop boundary. Click to pick a point to the lower left of the point cloud. The program then prompts you to specify the other corner point. Move the cursor to the right of the point cloud about halfway up the height of the wall and click. The program then asks whether you want to keep the points inside or outside the crop boundary. Choose Inside. As soon as you do, the point cloud is cropped so that you now only see the lower portion of the point cloud. You can invert the crop, however, so that the portion of the point cloud inside the crop boundary is hidden and the points outside the crop boundary are visible. On the ribbon, in the cropping panel, click Invert. Now you see the upper portion of the building. Click Invert again to toggle this back so that the points inside the crop boundary are again visible. On the ribbon, in the display panel, click the 3D Orbit tool and then reorient the model so that you once again see it in 3D. Remember that you can press the middle mouse button to pan and roll the wheel to zoom. Once you have the model oriented the way you want, press Escape. Since you have cropped the top portion of the point cloud, you can now see into the building. Click the top of the view cube to reorient the model to a plan view, and then zoom in. Unlike when working with external references and images, you can create more than one crop boundary. In the cropping panel, expand the Crop Split button and click the Polygonal tool. The program prompts you to specify the first point. Click to define a polygon that encloses a portion of the northeast corner of the room. When you have finished defining the polygon, press Enter. When the program asks whether you want to keep points inside or outside, choose inside. You have now created two crop boundaries to isolate a portion of the point cloud. Use the 3D Orbit tool to reorient the model so you again see it in 3 dimensions. You can continue to change views and create cropping boundaries to focus on just the area of the point cloud that you need. You can also toggle the cropping boundaries on and off. On the ribbon, in the cropping panel, click the ShowHide Cropped button. This is a toggle. When it is off, all of the cropping boundaries are toggled off and you again see the entire point cloud. When it is on, all of the cropping boundaries are active and you see only the portion of the point cloud that you have isolated. If you no longer need a cropping boundary, you can remove it. On the point cloud contextual ribbon, in the cropping panel, expand the Uncrop All split button. You can remove all of the crop boundaries or remove the most recent crop boundary. Click Uncrop last. The polygonal cropping boundary is immediately removed.